Part 3 of Full Court Press Basketball Debate. On the air, Chris Gaia here with Yvonne Juneau. June 16th, 2015. LeBron James was asked in a press conference after the loss in Game 5 if he was still confident that his team could win the NBA championship down 3-2. His response, quote, "I'm confident because I'm the best player in the world." Yvonne, your thoughts on this?
I really don't know. I really don't know what to say to that because honestly, I'm not saying he's not, but that was a hell of an egotistical thing to say. I believe in having self-confidence. I believe in knowing what your skill set is and your abilities, etc., etc. But that sounded like a very egotistical, outright bragging. If he said it that way.
That is a direct quote.
Well, I'm not arguing the fact. I have a problem with the way he said it. I'm not saying he's not the best player in the world right now. Right now. Okay? I'm not saying that. I'm saying I have a problem with the way that he said it. Now, just me.
I'm going to start this rant, a warning, rant coming. And it's not going to be a short one. I'm warning you. Here comes another history lesson. Alright?
Now, we're talking about the fact that he's saying that's what he is right now.
Here comes another history lesson.
Okay.
I'd like to first start my rant by giving LeBron James the respect that he deserves. He is playing at a level in these NBA Finals that has never been matched. This is up there with the spectacular performances ever. Okay? And there is no denying, in my opinion, that right at this very particular moment, right now, that LeBron James is in fact the best basketball player, if not the best athlete in the world today. There is no arguing that. There is no denying that. And he deserves the respect to be called the best basketball player on the planet today.
However,
allow me to educate the viewing public on something here. In my opinion, in every sport, there is a proverbial throne that is passed down from generation to generation, from era to era. What do I mean by that? I'm going to start all the way back in 1987. From 1987 to 1991, it is fair to say, is it not, that the best player in basketball from 87 to 91 was either Magic Johnson or Larry Bird. Fair to say?
okay,
From 91 to 98, the best basketball player in the world was undeniably Michael Jordan.
absolutely.
Undeniably.
Yeah.
From 2000, or I should say 1999 to 2003, the best basketball player in the world was either Shaq or Allen Iverson. Fair to say?
Yeah.
From 2004 to when he won his most recent title in 2010, undeniably, the best basketball player in the world was Kobe Bryant. Fair to say.
Okay.
From 2010 till now, LeBron James has been the best. Where am I going with this? Did you ever once hear Kobe Bryant say this?
No, of course not.
In a press conference, Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, Magic Johnson. No. Now they know it in their head that they're the best.
Yeah, but you don't advertise it.
You don't make it public. And you got on me 2 weeks ago when LeBron spouted off at the mouth. And you said it's better that he tells the truth. And I said no. It's better that he just shuts up. This is proof right here.
No. 2 weeks ago, he was telling the truth about something else. He did not announce that he was the best in the world.
It doesn't matter. He needs to know when to shut up.
Yeah,
He needs to know when to close his mouth.
I agree.
I have 2 problems with this.
It's egotistical.
Because he's not wrong.
No, but we don't need to
He
advertise
is
that about
not
ourselves.
wrong
No.
in the least. In fact, he is absolutely right. Here's the part that concerns me. Kobe never said that. MJ never said that. Magic, Bird, AI, Dr. J. You never once heard any of them say that announced in a press conference that they were the best in the world.
No, that's just wrong. That's just wrong.
And number 2, listen to the context, Yvonne. Listen to the context of the question and tell me what you think I'm about to bring up. The question was, quote, now that you guys are down 3-2, do you still think that your team can win the championship? That is the direct question. His response is, I'm confident because I'm the best player in the world. What's wrong with that?
That means it's all about him. He's not giving any credit to his team at all.
Thank you.
Right.
That is incredibly insulting
Egotistical and
to his teammates.
They were not asking him about just him. They were asking him about
The
team.
question was plural.
Right.
The answer should be plural.
Yeah, I agree.
This is blasphemous.
Yeah.
Absolutely the most arrogant, blasphemous, asinine atrocity of a statement that has ever come out of this man's mouth.
I'm very surprised.
I am shocked.
I am
and
too.
I have to say, I have lost a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
After this, see, I am all about self-confidence. You will never meet another person, and I don't think you'll ever meet another athlete that is more self-confident about himself than one Kobe Bryant.
Right.
But he would never, ever discredit his
The rest of the
teammates.
team, that's a slap in the face to the other guys.
Because that is in essence what LeBron is doing here. He is not only crediting himself and boosting his credibility, he is in a roundabout way giving his teammates a slap on the wrist and discrediting them. Have they been the best that they can be? No. But you're not gonna be the
Yeah, but
best.
wait a minute. He hasn't been the best that he can be every time either.
At least they're out there giving it 150%. You can't say that there's a lack of effort. They're just not making shots. That's what this boils down to. You are,
in essence, he has said, I'm the team.
in a backhanded manner, he has said that it's him.
Right. He is the team.
I'm sorry. I've never heard Kobe say this, and I don't think it's what he said. I think I don't think it's the way he said it. I don't think it's what he said. Because what he said is true. It's not wrong.
Nobody shouldn't have verbalized it.
I don't have a problem with verbalizing it. I have a problem with saying it in front of hundreds of people that leak it to the media.
Yeah.
That go on every radio station and go to every magazine and every newspaper in every city of the United States
Very
to
conceited,
make it public.
egotistical thing to say.
I have a problem
very
with
surprised.
where this was said.
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
This is blasphemy.
Well,
Absolute
I
blasphemy.
thought he was all about team.
Blasphemy. Because Kobe Bryant will never, ever
Take 100% credit.
discredit Shaq.
Right.
Or Paul Gasol. Or my God, the guy that everybody except you and I forgets about that hung in there, Mr. Derek Fisher.
Yep.
Or guys like Ron Artest or Robert Ory. He will never discredit them. Michael Jordan will never discredit Scottie Pippen.
No. Oh my gosh, no. No.
So what gives LeBron James
None.
the right to say this?
None.
Mr. 2 out of 5 in championships.
None.
You better look yourself in the mirror, boy, because tonight is your moment.
Well, all I can say, if he doesn't back that statement up tonight, he's going to look like
How the
biggest
hell's he
fool.
gonna look after tonight if he goes down
He's going to
tonight?
look like the biggest fool that ever existed.
I don't care that you're talking the talk, but boy, you better walk the walk.
Yep. I agree.
You are under more pressure.
I cannot believe he said that.
You are under more pressure. You were already under enough pressure facing an elimination game against the best damn team in the league tonight. Now, with your big mouth, your big damn mouth,
Yeah.
you've created added pressure on yourself. Sir,
How
if
do you
you
think that
crumble,
makes the rest of the team feel?
if you crumble tonight, because tonight is not about J.R. Smith. Tonight is not about Iman Shumpert. Tonight is not about Timofey Mozgov or Tristan Thompson.
I don't
No
care.
disrespect.
I don't care what Stephen A. says.
It is about LeBron James
After
tonight.
this, yeah.
Tonight
Yeah.
is about LeBron.
Yeah.
Tonight, even if, listen to me carefully, even if he forces a game 7 and they lose that game 7, it's okay. It's okay because you will have gotten to that game 7. If you don't win tonight after this blasphemous statement,
Yeah, you look like a fool.
you are, no, not a fool, a damn joke.
Yeah.
A laughing stock.
Yeah. That's a hell of a comment to make. I'm very surprised.
Blasphemy.
I'm very, very, very surprised.
Blasphemy.
I thought he cared more about team than that.
Blasphemy. Unbelievable. I'm sorry. That's all I got to say. I'm very sorry. I'm angry. Because that is not only disrespectful to his teammates, that is disrespectful to the guys that have come before him. The Kobes, the Jordans, the Iversons, the Shaqs.
Well, it's also disrespectful to us as supporters
As
of
a,
him.
correct.
As supporters of him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is blasphemous.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Atrocious.
I
A
agree.
straight up atrocity.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow. I was shocked.
I am shocked too. I did not know that he thought he was the only team player.
We know you're the best player in the world. Go prove it. How about winning? Winning. Win for once. 2 out of 5. While you sit here and got guys like Jordan 6 out of 6, Kobe 5 out of 7.
And even if you do believe that, keep that shit to yourself.
Win for once. When are we gonna see you become dominant? When are we gonna see you win a
You
series?
keep that to yourself.
When are we gonna
How
see you?
arrogant is that?
When are we? Because here's another point. Jordan in the finals, he made his teams dominant. He put the team on his shoulders and won games. Kobe did the same thing. Shaq did the same thing.
You go back to the same analogy. You're going to talk the talk, you better walk the walk.
LeBron is 2 for 6. But let me tell you something right now. Without Ray Allen and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, he'd be 0 of 5 right now.
He didn't get there by himself. He's not going to finish by himself. And my question to you, Chris, is how much do you think the team members are going to be willing to help him out tonight after that kind of statement? Know what my theory and philosophy would be? If I was J.R. Smith or any of those other guys?
Leave the ball in his hands.
Really? Really?
Keep passing back to him.
Really? You that good? You think you can do it by yourself? Let me see. Do it.
if LeBron James does not win tonight,
I think he won't have anybody to blame but himself.
after this statement, are you kidding me?
You sure the press did not take that out of
No, I
context?
saw him say it.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What a statement.
Al Jefferson will not opt out for the free agency. Cites unfinished business in Charlotte.
Okay?
Your thoughts on Jefferson staying, and what does this move by Jefferson say about him?
Oh, I think that means he's very loyal. And I think that means that he feels a sense of obligation and loyalty to the team.
Agreed.
And he wants to prove something, and he feels like he has unfinished business there. And I respect the hell out of him for saying it.
He's also a very smart man, because there is extra incentive that a lot of people forget about to stay in Charlotte. And that would be the owner of the team, one Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Who
So-
wouldn't want to work for Michael Jordan?
Who
as
wouldn't
the
want
owner?
to impress
Exactly.
Michael Jordan?
Exactly. But I don't think that was his initial
No,
reason for
but
saying that.
there could be a motive
Sure.
there. There would be for me.
There would be for me too.
I think, first of all, Al Jefferson is a force. He is an absolute force. He is a man-child. He is fantastic. He is very underrated, in my opinion. Okay, and I think Charlotte, remember when there were 6 teams chasing for that 8th seed in the East? I think Al Jefferson's injury costed them their season. I will forever say that if Al Jefferson would not have gotten hurt, that Charlotte would have been the 8th seed in the East. But him coming back for Charlotte does wonders for them because of Kemba Walker. Now you've gotten rid of the drama and injury-filled Lance Stevenson.
Yeah.
He's off to Los Angeles. So now you can focus more on keeping Al Jefferson happy and keeping Kemba Walker happy. And guys like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist are going to come back. Cody Zeller. They're going to have a decent draft pick in the stock draft class. They're going to be a good team next year.
By the way, which all these things will keep Michael Jordan happy.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And he will be more inclined
Oh, yes.
to be a support system, invest more money,
Oh, yes.
get them the things they need. Yeah. I mean, one hand washes the other.
Correct. Overall, I think it's a great move by Jefferson.
Well, and I respect the hell out of him for saying
Yeah,
it.
me too. Me too.
Because I don't think that was a selfish act or a selfish statement. I think he's doing it for the team.
Correct. Correct.
Total opposite of what LeBron said.
Correct. The Lakers say they will not consider a fit with Kobe as part of their draft process. Yvonne, are you buying this? Why?
No. I don't believe that for a second.
That's number one. Are you buying it?
No.
Number two, is it a good or a bad move?
No, I don't believe that for a second. And no, I don't think it's a good move either. Because if you can't work with Kobe and he's the star of the team and we want Kobe to come back and beat Kobe, you better get him somebody that he can work with and play with. Okay? I mean, really? What a statement to make. And if Kobe doesn't get pissed off about it, there's something... I think Kobe's going to be pissed off about that kind of statement. First of all, I think he's going to laugh because he knows better. We all know better. You think they're really not going to ask Kobe? I'm not saying they're going to ask his permission to make a final decision. I'm not saying that it's going to be left up to Kobe who gets picked. I'm not going that far. Do you really think they're not going to consider Kobe's feelings? They're not going to try to get a good fit that's going to work with Kobe? Somebody that they feel that is going to benefit the team, that can get them to the point that they need to be at to be in the finals next year? Kobe's already said there's 2-3 people that he'd love to see on the team. Why was that even brought up or discussed if they don't care what Kobe thinks? I'm not buying that for a second. I think they're saying that to take the focus off of the fact that they don't want the rest of the team members or the fans to feel like, oh my God, Kobe gets to pick the next person that joins the team.
I'm not buying it at all.
Of course not.
However, here's where I disagree with you. I'm not so sure that it wouldn't be a good move
To do what?
to not consider that.
Okay.
And here's why.
Now you didn't ask me that.
Yes, I did. Is it a good or a bad move?
Oh,
You said it was a bad move not to consider Kobe.
okay.
I'm here to tell you that I'm not sure that it wouldn't be a good move. And here's why. Yes, as a fan base, as a fan, we want Kobe to come back and be Kobe. However,
Okay.
we also have to be realistic. Kobe's got 1, possibly 2 years left.
Okay.
A draft is about building for the future.
Sure. I agree.
It depends on what your goal is. Is your goal to get Kobe that 6th ring? If that is your goal, first of all, it has to happen this coming season. Because you can't go from day to day and say that Kobe is going to be with them this coming season and the year after. That's
No.
just not very likely.
I agree.
Which is sad, and I'm going to go into a cave, but it's just not very likely.
Sure.
Okay? We have to face that reality. And more importantly, the Lakers organization needs to face that reality and come to grips with that.
Okay.
However, if your goal is to get Kobe that 6th ring, it's got to happen this year.
Yeah.
So, you do consider
You do what
a
it takes
fit
to make Kobe happy.
with Kobe.
Okay.
somebody that can play along with Kobe,
I'm following you
not
so
be
far.
drama. And then if you want to go get Rondo out of the free agency like Kobe wants, go get him. There's nothing in the world wrong with Rajon Rondo if he can get his head out of his butt.
Okay.
If Kobe can straighten Rondo's head out and make him level-headed and keep him focused, that's going to be a hell of a backcourt.
Okay, and
Then-
I'm with you so far.
Then you got Julius Randle coming back from injury, who's going to help, who's only played a total of 4 minutes in his career, which is very saddening.
Yes.
But he's going to come back better than ever. Okay. But if your goal is to build for the future, I don't know that you can put too much consideration into Kobe. Because you have to realize that Kobe's not going to be here in the future. If you are truly building for the future as in 5 years from now, Kobe ain't going to be here in 5 years.
Okay, I have a question.
It depends on what your goal is.
Okay?
What is your question?
Why can't you do both at the same time? Why
That
can't you?
depends on the player that you
Right.
draft.
Why? Okay, but it's possible.
It
It's
is, but you have
possible
to draft the right player.
It's possible to get Kobe what he wants and still do the right thing for the team for not only this coming season, but for the future down the
You are
road.
correct, and there's only one route you could take that would happen. And that is Jahlil Okafor.
Absolutely.
No other player in the draft will do.
Well, doesn't Kobe want him anyway?
Yes, the problem is the Lakers have the second pick and not the first. So Minnesota could steal Okafor at 1.
I don't think that's who they want first.
No, I don't think so either. I think they're going to take Towns simply out of height.
Yeah.
I've said that dozens of times on the air.
Because of the media hype.
Yes.
I'm hoping that's
I'm hoping that's
what happens.
Yeah, me too.
Okay?
Me too.
Okay?
That's my thing. It depends on what your goal is. Now,
I
you
think they can
sit
kill
there-
2 birds with one
Now you
stone.
can sit there and ask me, what should their goal be? Oh, you gotta go get Kobe his 6th ring. You gotta go get Kobe. If you can get Rajon Rondo on a good contract,
I don't think that what Kobe wants should be the final, ultimate, I don't think he should call all the shots as to what's going to happen.
But it should be a huge
But,
part of it.
Absolutely, because it is possible to not only get Kobe what he wants for next season, but to get what's good for the team down the road.
Correct.
Because what Kobe wants is not unrealistic. It is the best thing for the team.
Yes, it is.
So
If you
I
can
think it's
go-
possible to do both.
If you can go and get Rondo and make Rondo and Kobe your backcourt, my God, that gives me chills up my spine just thinking about it. Okay? Then your small forward, you can stick Nick Young in there. You could. I think they could survive with Wesley Johnson. Wesley Johnson ain't no scrub, but I would stick Nick Young in there because Nick Young is a dynamite scorer and can shoot the three lights out. We know this about him. Okay? Then if you've got Julius Randle coming back after 4 minutes before breaking his damn leg, he's going to come back 100%.
That's unbelievable.
And then your center is Jahlil Okafor. And don't forget about the bench, Yvonne.
I know.
Jeremy Lin.
Yeah.
Carlos Boozer.
Get out of the
Robert Sacre.
Almost qualified.
Jordan Clarkson.
That's going to be a close second to the Spurs bench, if not better.
Yes. Yes.
It depends on if Tim Duncan comes back. It depends on who takes his place if he doesn't come back. I mean, that's going to be too.
Spurs are going to be a force to reckon with no
matter what. Right. I'm talking about bench sitting right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Moving on. LeBron James
Anybody that says that they're not going to consider what Kobe wants
is out of their mind.
is lying.
Needs their head examined.
Well, the reason they're... All right. I'm going to take it one step further before we move on to the next topic. The PR person in charge of the Lakers is smart because they don't want it to sound like they're focusing just on Kobe.
They want to refract the attention.
What? They don't want it to make it sound like the whole team is revolved around Kobe the way that LeBron just did to himself with his statement.
Speaking of LeBron, LeBron says he's not thinking about the free agency. He's happy with the Cavaliers. Your thoughts? Do you believe him? And would you be happy if you were LeBron? Why or why not?
Well, I think that's a premature statement to make because I think it all depends on if they win or not. I already told you what I think,
We're going to differ on this.
okay?
We're going to differ on
Okay. I think if they win and he gets a ring, he will have accomplished the goal that he wanted going back to Cleveland, and I think he's going back to Miami.
this. So you think he's going to
If they don't win, I think he's going to stay in Cleveland and try again. I do. I do not see him ending and retiring in Cleveland.
I do.
Wow.
I do.
I don't. Because I think he's stubborn and egotistical, especially after this statement, enough that he's going to want to prove a point in Miami. Just like
But that's what you're missing. He can't prove that point in Miami.
Why?
Because you got a guy named Dwayne Wade over there. You
Okay.
got a guy named Chris Bosh over there.
I'm talking about the winning of the ring.
Right!
Okay?
Right. He's already proven that in Miami. He won 2 rings in Miami.
Okay?
My point is, you got Luol Deng, Goran Dragic. That Miami team is stacked. They're coming. Okay? He's not going to be able to prove that point. He's not going to be able to prove that he can carry the team because he's not going to have to if it goes back to Miami.
Because there's too many stars.
Correct.
Okay?
He's gonna-
I
he's gonna stay in
follow
Cleveland.
what you said.
I think he is happy with Cleveland. You know what? I think anybody that got to the finals with the lineup of Matthew Dellavedova, Iman Shumpert, Timofey Mozgov, and Tristan Thompson, I'd be pretty freaking happy too. Because those guys are up and coming. If you think Tristan Thompson is not going to get his money, you're wrong.
Oh.
Tristan Thompson's about to get paid, and Kevin Love is going to get kicked in the ass on the way out the door.
Well,
Okay?
that's going to be interesting to see.
LeBron,
But people like Dellavedova, they're going to have to do better than he did in this last game.
correct. But I think Dellavedova's going to get some money. I think Thompson's going to get paid.
Based on those 2 or 3 games he played. But let's also don't forget that he was accused of being a dirty player.
Yeah. That's an accusation, though.
I
still think he's going to get paid. I know damn well Tristan Thompson's going to get paid.
As he should.
If he doesn't get paid by Cleveland, he's going to get paid by somebody else.
Wrong.
Okay?
Because up until this season, I was like, Tristan who?
Because here's why I think that LeBron is happy. Because he didn't expect this in his first season back. Because of all the playoff inexperience that Cleveland had coming into the season. Kyrie Irving ain't never played in a playoff game. Kevin Love, same thing.
They're babies.
They never played in a playoff game.
Right.
I do not believe for a single second that LeBron thought that he would be
That it
in
would get
this
to the
position
point that it's at right
this
now. I agree.
year.
I agree.
So I think he's more than happy.
Yeah.
I think he is more than happy. I know that he knows that eventually he knew that he would get to the championship with
I
Cleveland.
have a question.
This year, I
have a question, Chris. If he's so happy, why is he dogging his team and taking credit for being the best player in the world?
don't think he meant to.
What?
I don't think
he knew exactly what he was saying.
As far as himself, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he necessarily meant to dog his team.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think he meant it.
He knew by what he was saying that it was down in the team.
I'm not excusing it. I'm not excusing it. But I think he was angry. I think he was very impatient.
So you don't think he thought before he said it about how it was going to come out?
Correct. I know he knew what he said. There's no doubt about it. And again,
well, he insulted his team.
But I don't think that's what he meant. I'm not excusing it because it's wrong.
And now he's living with the consequences.
Correct.
Because if I was on that team, I would not be a happy camper. As hard as those guys are playing? Are you kidding me?
Former San Antonio head assistant Jim Boylan accepts job as Chicago's associate head coach. Yvonne, good or bad move for Chicago, and why?
He played for the Spurs.
No, ma'am.
Wait.
He was the lead assistant under Greg Popovich for 15 years.
The lead assistant under Popovich. Well, you know what? That's saying a hell of a lot right there.
5 titles, I guess so.
Yeah. So, my theory and my philosophy about that is, after you've played under Popovich and his tutelage, and you've learned from him, I think anybody would be happy to have you, and I think anybody would be, I think you're going to be a benefit to any team that you go to.
Bad move.
Bad move for who?
Chicago.
Why? Why?
Because I'm reading into this. And I'm looking at a Chicago team that already has so many question marks. Number one.
Why would they want somebody with that experience?
Listen. It's all going to make sense after I'm done.
He's going to outshine the coach.
It's all going to make sense after I'm done.
All right, I'm going to listen.
So many question marks with this Chicago team. Namely, number one, how's Derrick Rose doing?
That's a good question.
Number two, how about Joakim Noah? Number three, how much longer is Pau Gasol going to be an efficient big man in this league? Number four, how about Jimmy Butler in the free agency?
Oh, we lose him?
Number five, a rookie head coach coming into this situation. And there are a lot of Chicago fans that are pretty pissed off that they let Tom Thibodeau go. So
That's
you've already
true.
got that going against you.
That's
Now, you hire the San Antonio assistant, Boylan, that's got 5 rings. As you mentioned, has been under the tutelage of Popovich for 3/4 of 2 decades. You really think for 1 second that he's not going to become the head coach of this team and that's going to cause more drama?
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Come on.
He's going to outshine the coach.
Come on. No disrespect to Fred Hoiberg whatsoever. But I know better than this. I know better than this.
You can see where this is headed.
Oh yes. There is writing on the wall.
Okay? I mean, I follow you on that.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
And that they give this new head coach the respect.
Here's what I want to see Chicago do. I want Derrick Rose to be 100%. Because when he was playing, he was good. And he looked good. You said it yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Your famous public apology.
Yeah.
Okay? He looked great.
Yeah. I agree.
Number 2, Joakim Noah. Gotta get healthy. Gotta get healthy. They need you.
And stay healthy. Which I think,
Jimmy Butler must be re-signed
oh yeah, I don't know why they haven't re-signed him
to
yet.
a max
Why
deal.
have they not re-signed
They're probably
him yet?
negotiating. We don't know.
Well, that's true. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
And I want Fred Hoiberg to really take charge. Because he is capable of handling this. I have all the faith in the world in Fred Hoiberg. But I'm concerned that this guy, and it's not a concern with Boylan. It's a concern that everybody else is going to say, oh, wait a minute. Here's our situation. Jim, what do we do? And Jim Boylan's going to be like, I'm not the head coach. I should not be making these decisions.
I follow you.
Ask Fred.
I follow you.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say,
And then the coach is going to get his feelings hurt
Right.
or feel
Right.
undercut.
and here's the thing. Here's the
And he's
thing
gonna
about
feel
that.
Like, what the hell am I
Here's
here
the thing
for?
about that. You stuck with that for the next 5 years.
Oh.
Because that's the contract you signed.
Yeah. Then he's like, what the hell am I here for?
Right. Right. So I might have used the wrong word. Not a bad move. A risky move.
Yeah.
Would be the better word.
Yeah. And could end up being a very controversial situation.
That, or it could be great.
Yeah.
This could be pure genius.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks are looking to pursue Brook Lopez and Tyson Chandler in this free agency. Yvonne, yes or no, and why? And how would these two help Milwaukee, if at all?
Well, they would help, of course, because they're good players. But my question to you, Chris, is why is their team not trying to sign them back?
They might be. I don't know. Well, Brook Lopez says he's out of Brooklyn. He's out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is there a reason? Does he
Because-
give a reason?
Because he feels like the organization doesn't treat him fairly.
Oh,
It's just organizational issues.
do
He's
you
out.
agree with that?
I've got a problem with a guy that's missed 3 seasons due to injury saying something like that.
I was about to say, don't you think that's
I've
being
got a little
yeah.
bit of a problem with that. That's a little intrusive to me.
Yeah, that's like, who the hell do you think you are?
That's a little bit intrusive.
Yeah,
to me.
you haven't really proven yourself to the point that you
However,
should be able to
I
say
do
that.
agree. I do agree with the fact that the organization is a bunch of pigheads that are too concerned about renovating their arena than getting their team the way they want it. So the
Okay.
organizational priorities are extremely out of line and screwed up. That I will agree with, but I've got a problem with Lopez saying that, considering he's missed the better part of 2.5 seasons due to injury and has spent his time sitting on the damn bench. I got a little bit of an intrusive issue right there.
Okay, and who else?
Well, with Tyson Chandler, the only really thing I could think of with Chandler is his age. He's 35.
It's gotta be, because this is not the same Tyson Chandler that used to play for the Hornets.
No, but it is still Tyson Chandler.
Yeah.
He is still a force.
Yeah.
Why Dallas would not want to pursue him? Maybe they're looking to go after LaMarcus Aldridge. Maybe that Aldridge rumor is true. Maybe they're trying to free up
That
some
is
room.
the only reason that I can think of why they would not
That
want
and
to go
age.
after. That's my
At
point.
age
How old is Tyson?
35.
Wow.
So, should Milwaukee do either of these? Or both? Why or why not? And how would it help, if at all?
I'm going to defer to you on this one. Because I could argue either side. I want to know what you think. You talking about it from the team's perspective, from the player's perspective, tell me what you think.
I'm going to first start from a coach's perspective.
Okay.
If I am Jason Kidd, I do not want Brook Lopez. I do not want Brook Lopez because of his injury history. Not that the guy can't play. The guy can play. The guy is great.
When he's 100%.
When he's on the court.
When he's 100%.
Brook Lopez is a no. Plus, I think Brook Lopez would find it incredibly insulting to go from a large to a small market. He strikes me as that type. Let's compare Brooklyn, New York to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let's compare.
So you don't think Brook would be happy with this?
No.
Right?
No.
Okay.
Here is why...
It would be beneath him.
Correct.
Okay.
Here is why you chase Tyson Chandler.
Okay.
Number one, he is Tyson Chandler. I shouldn't have to say anything more than that. Number two, his defense. The one thing Milwaukee was missing was a defensive stopper in the middle. Ever since Larry Sanders went down with his injury, the Bucks' defensive big guys have not been the same. No disrespect to one John Henson, but I like Tyson Chandler better than John Henson. Number three, and a lot of people forget this, Yvonne, Jabari Parker's coming back next year. Remember Jabari Parker from Duke?
Yeah.
Okay? He's coming back next year after the torn ACL.
I forgot
He's
about that.
coming back.
You're right, I did. I forgot about that.
And he's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He was on the track for Rookie of the Year before he went down.
Yeah.
So he's coming back, so you're going to have your superstar back.
I wonder what he's going to be like.
I hope he comes back and just kicks ass. I would love to see nothing more than that.
I agree, but is there any updates on him? I see him on commercials, I see him working out, I see all of that, but what's the prognosis? Because that was a bad injury.
It was. And
oh my God.
And he is working out. He is doing basketball activities.
One thing for sure, his youth and age and
strength is on his side.
Is definitely a benefit to him.
And here is the biggest reason that Milwaukee needs to pursue Tyson Chandler. You ready for a reality check? The 2011 Dallas Mavericks championship team played the Miami Heat. You remember that series, Miami versus Dallas? Dirk Nowitzki, Richard Jefferson. The center on that Dallas team was Tyson Chandler. Remember who the point guard was?
No.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah. Oh,
reality
yes. Oh, that would be wonderful.
Reality check.
Oh, they already know each other inside out. He would not only know how to coach him, he knows how he plays.
He would make him the leader of that team.
He knows what
not the face of the team.
He knows what it's like. No, he knows
what
he knows what it's like to be on the floor with him.
Boom.
I never even thought about that.
No one has except me.
Oh.
Boom.
Wow.
So here's your lineup next year. You ready for this? Point guard, Michael Carter-Williams, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jabari Parker, Tyson Chandler, OJ Mayo, hello, and your coach is Jason Kidd, and you're coming off of a season in the very weak Eastern Conference. Let's not forget Milwaukee was the 6th seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, in Jason Kidd's first coaching season.
In Milwaukee. He
Right.
coached Brooklyn before.
No, in Milwaukee. That's saying a lot.
Without Jabari Parker.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Boom. Reality check. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. Pursue Tyson Chandler.
Yeah.
Definitely pursue him. Part 3 ends here. The final part, part 4, coming at you next.